Welcome to home classes, 11th English jkbose, prose, Unit 7, Appa-Mam by Padma Hejmandi। तो ये है आज हमारा टॉपिक जिसके बारे में हम बात आज करने जा रहे हैं।
Hello dear student, we have completed 6th unit of English, jkbose 11th class, and it's the Chenard English first. So we are going to start the next unit, that is 7th unit, and the title of the unit is Appa-Mam. It is a short story written by Padma Hejmandi. So Padma Hejmandi was a writer, Indian writer, writing in English, and she wrote a humorous story. And the story which we're gonna here discuss today is Appa-Mam, and it is also, humorous story, and humorous wit is used in this story. If we see the introduction of this story, Appa-Mam is the fine short story written by Padma Hejmandi and Hejmandi. So it is a humorous story about a man who claims to be sannyasi but enjoy living life without bothering about anything grown up, and which are expected to bother about. He is a charlatan rather than sannyasi in the strict sense of word, and his conduct throughout the life remain quite enigmatic. So here word what is enigmatic means seriousness or earnest. So we will come to the complete summary of the story. Story starts from the introduction of the word mom. Mom is a Tamil word which is used for uncle in the Tamil language, and mom, Appa-Mam is a name given to a person who is smeared with the ashes on his forehead, and his hair is completely shaved, and is sitting in the luxurious place. We come to know about all this character Appa-Mam when the writer visited the Madras, his grandfather's house. But before this, it is important for me to tell you that Appa-Mam, the name given to him, was a good creation of the children's, who called him Mam and Appa. Appa was the name given to that person by the elder, and Mam was the name given to that person by the younger. So the younger have also created this name Appa-Mam, and they told to that person Appa-Mam. If you see, apart from giving him the epithet Appa-Mam, he had so many epithets like the shameless old rascal and old buried face. It was a disgusting names given to him, but in spite of that, he showed no reaction, or he had shown no reaction to the family when they called them by these names. Understand? And after that, as we Now about the Appa-Mam's real story. The narrator told us that when he visited the place, Madras, and particularly the narrator saw the Appa-Mam for the first time when his mother took them down to the Madras. And now it is in Chennai, and to stay with his grandfather for the time being, right? His grandparents live in that particular place where they had a good house, and his grandparents, our grandfather and grandmothers, was there with the uncles and aunties and cousins. It was a family uh, which was making at that time get together, right? So that many relatives visited them in that big house quite often. And grandfather was the principal of the college which was near to that house, right? And grandfather was a part of the house. Grandmother was also the part of house, and he often sat among her bedclothes. Not he, but she, grandmother. Grandmother often sat among the bedclothes and said the most amazing things. The narrator and the other children were never allowed to hear her for a very long time. And then there was another servant, and her name was Kapu, so that she washed cloths and clean vessels, and you can say also clean utensils, and she told the children ghost story, the fairy story, you can also say it, and to their grandmother she would recite a number of her husband's bad action. And after that, the narrator liked grandfather the best because he was very intelligent and kind, and he was also telling the story to the children, so that the narrator liked his grandfather. And after that, and also he could laugh with the youngers or youngesters, and smack with them with perfect justice. The uncles teased, and the cousins couldn't be fun, or could be fun, not couldn't be, but they were fun, definitely. But Appa-Mam was the most intriguing of all. He was the most you know the point of fun, you call it point of fun for all those family members. When he comes to the family members, and all the family members make are made the fun of him, are usually जो है उसका मजाक उड़ाया करते थे. And after that, when the narrator and his mother reached his grandparents, he phoned Appa-Mam, sitting very comfortably in the grandfather's chair, and his head was completely shaved, as I have already told you, clean shave you call it, and her forehead was quite smeared with the ashes, and wore a grandfather's dhoti, right? And he was reading a newspaper, and seeing him there, my father felt wonderstruck. Uh, you know, uh, he was reading a newspaper, seeing him there, my mother felt wonderstruck that he is also intelligent and is able to read the newspaper. So that she asked him where he had been all those days. He told her that he had been in mountains doing the meditation. Here, meditation means to do a particular, worship for becoming a purest person, so that when her mother told him that where was he all those days, he told that he was in a mountains meditating. So that further, the narrator learned for the first time that he had become a sannyasi in his bid to attain the spiritual knowledge, right? And after that, uh, uh, the narrator learned here also that in spite of that he had learned spiritual knowledge, but he is also enjoying the luxurious life here in that particular family, or there in that particular family. So that here he had taken to sannyasi, but the way he sat smoking his berry, and the berry was not his own, the berry was the his grandfather's berry, so that didn't make him look very spiritual, or didn't make him the spiritual person, or make him the sannyasi. So here I use the word, I have already told you that what is mediation, so that meditation is a word which is used for the particular worship. Appa-Mam was indeed, an intriguing man, and he insisted on helping his sisters in cooking, but he had heated discussions of politics. It means that he had a lot of interest in the politics, but here, in the real sense, the sannyasi, which is the real sannyasi, doesn't know about the politics, but he was a very real person. Seemed that he is very intelligent in knowing the politics. And he played cricket with the his cousins and helped them in solving the questions of algebra. But the funniest thing is that when the algebraic question was seen, which was done by him, was half of them wrong, right? So it was a joke when the half sum done by him were wrong, and no one in the big house enjoyed much as this man, Appa-Mam, who was supposed to have given all the worldly contents or the worldly comfort, and he was enjoying particularly all the things there, right? Almost all the members of the family, can aspirations on the Appa-Mam's holiness, or you can say that they were dubious. They had a doubt about the spiritual power which he had attained. They had doubt, so that, but remained invariably unruffled. They couldn't have the fear that this person who is calling himself, or who was calling himself sannyasi, wouldn't be sannyasi. It is only the fun, right? So here we will proceed ahead and start. The narrator says that he saw him stand in a defense of him only once, with a remark, well, that is a way of being sannyasi, His way of being sannyasi was quite unpredictable. It was not predictable, but it was unpredictable. But his mother defended Appa-Mam, saying that he is not sannyasi. But when Appa-Mam questioned him, was he sannyasi? His mother told him to judge him by himself. Here and other, he had a talent to say different thing to different people. Appa-Mam had a talent to say different things to the different people, and who asked him where he had been. His talent made him, you know, uh, contravene, of a different story for every one entering to their individual taste and power of appreciation, right? Where he vanished, whenever he vanished, he took money, or he uh, took the ornament, or all the ornament, from the house, or anything which is costly from the house. But the narrator here felt horrified to learn that this sannyasi could be a thief. Appa-Mam was showing this, character that he is thief. But a real sannyasi, couldn't do this kind of act because it is not prohibited. Sorry, it is prohibited in that sense. If you were in a particular worship, and you complete that worship, and after that you become thief, you steal the thing of those persons where you live, it is not a, in that sense, the real work of sannyasi. Here the narrator felt horrified to learn all these about the Appa-Mam. But her mother defended Appa-Mam by saying that he considered all these things of other to he considered others' thing his belongings, because he doesn't have any faith of the possessions of the thing. When the narrator asked his mother, Appa-Mam is a real sannyasi? But she replied that he could judge himself, as I have already told you. The next day, Appa-Mam went to the temple. It is a very important, episode in this story here. And the temple was Tarukazuham. That was the name where the temple was located. He went there to Ram to make a day pilgrims, right? So that Appa-Mam went on foot to that pilgrim, and he returned to that house where all the cousins and aunties and uncles were combined by nightfall. The younger narrator's uncle, who was studying for an examination, made no secret of his dislikes for the sannyasi, and he could hardly talk. He said that he was hungry. As the food he was given was not eaten by him, and he divulged some secrets about Appa-Mam. But Appa-Mam here, when came back from that temples by nightfall, he told them that to give them the food, because he was given the food there in the temple. He didn't eat that food because that food was not eatable. He gave the food to the other pilgrimage, or to the other pilgrim who was very hungry for a very long time, for 2 days, so that he was very hungry also when he entered that house. But the narrator's younger uncle, who was studying for an exam, was a very impudent person. He called him old barrent, and old barrent. And on his return, Appa-Mam was very exhausted, and he could hardly talk. He had a very weak voice. Appa-Mam's nightmare was a part of the legend, and that was to uh, accrue around him later. And his previous visit had been a long one, and he returned after 3 years. 3 years, and it was a night. The boys were at college, and their narrator's grandparent had gone early to bed. And suddenly a dog figure appeared at the gate and calling hoarsely, Parvati, Parvati. The grandfather woke up with a start. She was terrified for that moment. Grandfather woke up too. Seeing Appa-Mam, he said, "Oh, you burnt face! You burnt face, have you come back? You burnt face, have you come back again?" Here come back again and brought back 25 rupees. He had taken from grandfather's desk during his last visit. The uncle decided later that perhaps this virtuous act had brought on the nightmare, and grandfather woke up to find at midnight Appa-Mam yelling and some gibberish, and dancing, on the bed, or around the bed. Sorry, not on the bed, but around the bed. He was dancing, you know, and he supposed only when the um, but and grandfather tried to stop him, but he was not able to stop. But he was stopped when grandfather thrust him behind, so he was stopped. When grandfather asked a question to him what he was doing, he told, "Here are cares like this." He went, but grandfather discovered that he had been asleep all the time. He was dancing in sleep, right? When asked what he was doing, he said, "Cares bad, cares bad." He said, "Cares bad," right? After this, the youngest generation evolved a new game called Appa-Mam's Nightmare. You know. And the narrator says thereafter, Appa-Mam did not have nightmares, and he continued to be cheerful and happy-go-lucky and unconcerned about everything that bothered, the ground up. And he was satisfied with just being alive, right? But one day, their servant Kapo was on the gate, and when she saw the disciples of the Appa-Mam, and they become very, very confused that the Appa have also or had also disciples, and they make once again the pun of the Appa-Mams and start making the humorous story about the Appa-Mam. Appa-Mam was very serious at that particular time, and he told them not to make any, you know, uh, this kind of fun in front of the disciples. And he, uh, you know, went to that particular tree, and the tree was neem tree, and he sat there cross-legged and consulted the disciples one by one. And it was a large number of disciples there. They came there to take the darshan of Appa-Mam, and Appa-Mam consulted all those disciples one by one. And when he entered the house once again, and all the person of that particular house went to the bed, and at that particular time the narrator considered that Appa-Mam was really a real sannyasi. So the story comes to an end. We comes to the question here. Here we have the total questions 8. First questions we will discuss. Who was Appa-Mam? What was he related to the writer? Appa-Mam was the uncle to the younger generation, and the narrator, to which the narrator belonged here. And he says he was related to the writer. How was he related? He was related to the writer, that he was also belongs to the same generation, and that is why he was his uncle. Here the second question, why did the uncle make fun of Appa-Mam? So before this मैं थोड़ी सी हिंदी में बात करूँगा. तो हिंदी में ये इस Appa-Mam एक स्टोरी है जिसमें Appa-Mam को सताया जाता है और वो सन्यासी बनता है, कहीं साल तक अपने टाइम को सर्व करता है और वो फिर सन्यासी बनता है. जब वो उस घर में आता है तो लोग उसको मजाक बनाते हैं, लेकिन अचानक एक दिन जो है उनकी जो एक नौकरानी होती है वो बाहर होती है और वहाँ उसको यानी Appa-Mam का शागिर्द मिलते हैं. तो फिर वो हैरान रह जाते हैं कि इसके भी शागिर्द हैं. फिर वो फैमिली पूरी उसका मजाक बनाना स्टार्ट कर देते हैं. लेकिन वो जब ब्रेकफास्ट ख़त्म कर लेता है और फिर वहाँ से उठता है और बोलता है कि आप को मजाक करना है तो कर सकते हैं, लेकिन मेरे शागिर्दों के सामने आप मजाक नहीं कर सकते हैं. तो फिर होता ये है कि वो जो है काफ़ी हद तक नाराज़ हो जाता है और फिर वो नीम ट्री के नीचे जाता है और वन बाय वन जो है वो कंसल्ट करता है अपने डिसिपल को. तो उनको आशीर्वाद देता है, उनको ब्लेसिंग देता है. उसके बाद जो नरेटर है वो क्या करता है, वो उसको जो है कंसिडर करता है सन्यासी. तो ये था पूरा क्रक्स है स्टोरी का. यहाँ कहता है व्हाई डिड द अंकल मेक फन ऑफ Appa-Mam? हाउ डिड ही रिएक्ट टू द टीजिंग्स? तो कहता है कि Appa-Mam जो है यानी कि क्यों जो है अंकल्स उस Appa-Mam को जो है वो क्या करते थे, उसका मजाक उड़ाते थे और वो उनके मजाक का क्या रद्द-ओ-अमल देता था. तो द नरेटर मेक फन ऑफ Appa-Mam बिकॉज दे नेवर फाउंड एनीथिंग ऑफ सन्यासी. वो उसका मजाक इसलिए जो है करते थे कि दे नेवर नो दैट ही इज सन्यासी बिकॉज देयर वाज नो साइन ऑफ सन्यासी इन दैट particular man which was called Appa-Mam, and that is why they were making the fun of that particular man, right? अब कहता है कि how did the narrator react to these teasing? On his part, he reacted quite quietly to the teasings at their hand. He remained silent. He were not making any kind of reaction or positive or negative reactions to this, but he remained silent. His and enjoy the way of living as the best. उसको कोई भी तकलीफ नहीं होती थी, वो जो भी बोलते थे वो उनको आराम से सुन लेता था. लेकिन उसने कभी भी जो है मतलब उनका आगे से ना ही नेगेटिव और पॉजिटिव आंसर दिया, बल्कि वो आराम से उनकी बात सुन लेता था. क्वेश्चन नंबर 3 कहता है why was the writer confused whether Appa-Mam was सन्यासी or not? यहाँ पे राइटर इसलिए कंफ्यूज हुआ कि वो सन्यासी है या नहीं. जब उसने जो है कोई चीज़ चोरते हुए देखा उसको, यानी कि एक चीज़ चोरते हुए देखा, तो उसने कहा कि सन्यासी चोर तो नहीं हो सकते हैं. लेकिन वो वहाँ पे कंफ्यूज हुआ कि वो जो है मतलब सन्यासी है या नहीं है. ये कहता है कि Appa-Mam would take away money, वो पैसे चोरता था, और एन ओल्ड ऑर्नामेंट या प्राणा जो है वो क्या चोरता था, वो जो है जेवरात चोरता था, या किसी भी चीज़ को जो है वो पहनता था जिसकी भी उसको मिल जाती थी. तो इससे उसको शक पड़ गया कि Appa-Mam जो है हकीकत में सन्यासी भी है या नहीं. यानी अगर हम इसका इंग्लिश करेंगे तो ही वॉज टेकिंग अवे द मनी और द ornaments are the clothes he wear. He wore the cloth which belongs to the others, so that it was a very dubious for the writer that he would be a sannyasi or not. यहाँ पे क्वेश्चन नंबर 4 है, what did the Appa-Mam do when he had the nightmare? Appa-Mam ने जब ख्वाब देखा तो उसने क्या किया? How did the nightmare become a game for the younger generation? तो Appa-Mam ने जो है जब वो घर आया, 3 साल के बाद घर आया तो रात को सोया तो उसने ख्वाब देखा, और ख्वाब क्या था, और वो 25 रुपीज़ जो है वो वापस लेकर भी आया था। और फिर उसने जो है क्या किया, वो जो है वो डांस कर रहा था, ही वॉज डांसिंग अराउंड द बेड। और फिर जो है परहैप्स दिस एक्सट्रीम एक्ट ऑफ वर्च्यू ब्रॉट अ नाइटमेयर। तो यहाँ पे जो है फैमिली ने उसका मजाक बनाया। जो 25 रुपीज़ वो उसके ग्रैंडफादर से लेके गया था, वो जब वापस आया तो वो 25 रुपीज़ वापस लेके आया, तो उन्होंने उसका मजाक बनाया कि शायद यही 25 रुपीज़ जो है ये अच्छा काम ने इसको जो है वो ख्वाब में डाल दिया। तो अप्पा-माम वहाँ पे क्या कर रहा था, वॉज यीलिंग, वो चला रहा था सम गैबरिश, यानी नाजबानी कर रहा था, नाजबानी से चला रहा था। ही वॉज यूजिंग द नॉन पॉलीमेरी लैंग्वेज, या आप ऐसे भी कह सकते हैं ही वॉज यूजिंग द एबेसिव लैंग्वेज दैट पार्टिकुलर टाइम व्हेन ही वॉज डांसिंग। एंड और फिर जब जो है वो उसके ग्रैंडफादर उसके नज़दीक गया तो हकीकत में वो सोया हुआ था। जब उसने कहा कि क्या हुआ, उसने कहा here cat's bed. Who was Appa-Mam's disciple? तो Appa-Mam के जो शागिर्द कौन से थे? Appa-Mam's disciple were motley collection of people. वो जो है बहुत सारे लोग थे, जिसमें मादर थी, एक बच्चे के साथ आई हुई थी, और उसके बाद एक ओल्ड फार्मर था, और उसके बाद एक क्रिपल था, और यंग कपल था, और हैंडफुल ऑफ चिल्ड्रन भी थे, यानी कि चिल्ड्रन थोड़े से ही थे। और ऑल ऑफ देम वर बबलिंग विद द फेथ इन देयर ascetic or sannyasi Appa-Mam, and they were eager to seek his blessings and दर्शन। तो वो वहाँ पे जो है उसके दर्शन के लिए आए थे और उसकी ब्लेसिंग के लिए आए थे, राइट। What was the reactions of the family on learning that Appa-Mam had disciple? अब क्या कहता है कि क्या रिएक्शन था जब उनको पता चला कि अप्पा-माम के पास भी शागिर्द है? तो उनका रिएक्शन जो था वो एक क्रिटिकल रिएक्शन था, एक तनकीदी जो है रद्दो अमल था उनका, और वो हैरान रह गए कि अप्पा-माम के भी डिसिपल हो सकते हैं, उसके भी शागिर्द हो सकते हैं। और उनको यकीन आया कि जो है वहाँ तो उनको ये यकीन नहीं था कि इसके पास तो सन्यासी जैसा तो कुछ भी नहीं है, सन्यासी का तो निशान भी इसके पास मौजूद नहीं है, क्या इसके फिर भी डिसिपल हो सकते हैं? और वो हम मतलब उसके बारे में सोच रहे थे कि वो एक बहुत बड़ा जो है एक मजाक है और कुछ भी नहीं है। Why did Appa-Mam tell the family members not to laugh at him in front of his disciple? तो उसने क्यों बोला कि आप मेरे सामने जो है हंस नहीं पा सकते हैं मेरे शागिर्दों के बीच में? तो अप्पा-माम जो है वो अप्पा-माम्स के जो शागिर्द थे वो उसके पास दर्शन के लिए आए और उसकी जो है मगफिरत पाने के लिए आए, उसकी दुआ हासिल करने के लिए आए, और वो बहुत जो है वो मतलब डिफरेंट यानी कि उम्रों से ताल्लुक़ रखते थे, और उनको यकीन था, और उन्होंने बताया कि यानी उसके फैमिली मेम्बर को बताया कि उसकी फैमिली जो है उस पर ना हंसे उनके जो है सामने, और वो जो है मतलब बहुत रिस्पेक्ट जो है उसको है, उनके बीच में उसको काफ़ी ज़्यादा रिस्पेक्ट है, और वो जो है इसकी रिस्पेक्ट को रिपोज ना करें, ख़राब ना करें। इसका अगर हम इंग्लिश करेंगे तो जो है अप्पा-माम ने फैमिली को, अप्पा-माम told the family that not to laugh in front of the disciples because he told them that he had a good respect in front of the disciple or in front of his disciple, so that to repose the reputation or famousness of any person is not good, so that he advised them not to laugh in front of their disciples, in front of his disciples, sorry, not their, but in front of his disciples, I'm sorry. Here the last question. As what made the writer decide Appa-Mam was a real sannyasi? Do you think she, the writer, subsequently changed her opinion of him? Give reasons for your answer. Yes, here the writer decided the last that Appa-Mam is a writer. Sorry, Appa-Mam is a sannyasi. The writer come to know when his disciples visited him and make the darshan and take the blessing of the Appa-Mam, so that it concludes that Appa-Mam was a real sannyasi. So here, do you think she, the writer, subsequently changed her opinion of him? Give reasons. Yes, she changed her opinion at the last, that by giving the disciples to the Appa-Mam, and we are agree that the charge which has been imposed on the Appa-Mam has been vanished altogether at the last or at the end of the story. So that this was the last question, and thank you.